Hey guys, welcome back. Once again, my name is Madison Williams with KMS. Today we're going to be moving on to our short haircut. This haircut utilizes a couple of different undercuts, and that's going to allow us to have a lot of versatility in style. Okay, so to start our haircut today, I prepped our Mannequin with Tame Frizz shampoo and conditioner. And then I'll be utilizing the Moisture Repair leave-in conditioner throughout my haircut to make sure that I have even moisture throughout the hair. I went ahead and started our section on the right side at low recession, and that's going to go all the way down to the left side at corner back. We're going to go in just on top of this section and create a weight line. Our distribution is going to be at 90 degrees, and our elevation is going to be at 1 finger's depth. So we're going to go right in here, and our cut is going to be parallel to our part line. So we'll need to move around our mannequin or model as we work, as we move around that part. Our finger angle will also change as we work through this. Now everything underneath our weight line, the first thing we're going to go and do is just remove this length. We'll be scissor over combing up into our weight line, and that weight is just going to get in our way. We can go right into scissor over comb. Now if we're working on a woman with this haircut, something that's really smart to do is to go ahead and right at the bottom of our section for scissor over comb, we need to go ahead and elevate. What that's going to do is save and maintain a little bit of length all the way around the perimeter. It's going to give us something that's a little bit more feminine that we can detail later. So we can elevate, and then we're going to scissor over comb right up into our weight line. Okay, our next section is going to be very similar to the last one, as that it wraps around the head. Now, we started at high recession for this section, and it's going to wrap around all the way to the back of the ear on the left side. We're also going to be leaving just that little bit that falls into the hairline out. Let's get that separated. Now with this section, it's going to hang over our first undercut. It's going to be cut in natural fall. Our distribution is going to be 45 degrees, and our cut is going to be just longer than the guide below and also parallel to the part. Same thing as last time, because if we're cutting parallel to the part, we're going to need to either move around our model or have our model turn, along with our finger angle changing with our part line. This is what we get with our last section. We start to build up some weight and length as we work around the head shape. We can start to move into the rest of our cut. So we're going to start to section the top out. When we do this, I want to take a side parting on the right side, and it's going to be right in line with the middle of her eyebrow. I'm going to take a radial from the top of her head to the back of her right ear. And just get that hair combed out of my way. Now we're going to work from the top of that section all the way around to the front of her left ear. Okay, so the top of my radial section working all the way around to the front of the ear on the left side. For this section, our distribution is going to be onto our guide, and our elevation is going to be 45 degrees. Our cut is also going to be onto our guide. You can see our section is starting to have our cut increase in length, kind of preparing us for this top section to really fall forward. So we're going to release our top section and create a radial section ear to ear. And we're going to start to work in the back of the head. Within the back section, we're going to go in and create a central vertical carding. We're going to elevate that carding to 90 degrees from the head. Our guide's going to come from underneath, and we're going to cut from short to long. So you can see that section is maintaining a little bit of length, but also giving us some lift and volume. That section is also going to be a stationary guide. We're going to do pivoting sections from here on out in the back, and they're all going to be over-directed to a stationary. So, directed to stationary. Still, elevation is still 90 degrees from the head, and cut from short to long. Same thing on the other side. Pivoting sections. Over-directed to a stationary guide at my central vertical. Distribution 90 degrees from the head, and cut short to long. So for our left side, we're going to be doing diagonal forward sectioning. And we're going to cut in natural fall. That's where our distribution is going to be. Our elevation will be at 1 finger's depth. And we're going to cut onto the guide that was created previously. So natural fall, 1 finger's depth. Right onto that line. Now, because we're cutting in natural fall, and this parting includes hair that falls over her hair, or excuse me, over her face, I will be cutting the hair that's over her face in front. I still need to cut from short to long. I'll be extending my guide. So, start back here, a natural fall for this area. Still 1 finger's depth. Cutting onto that guide. Then we'll walk around to the front. And we'll extend this guide, still cutting longer, but this hair naturally falls right in front of the face, so we're going to cut it right in front of the face. For our right side, we're going to cut visually, and we're going to cut from short to long. I'm going to use kind of a visual guide from my back here. And I'm going to go in and point cut this as well, just to maintain a lighter weight line in the front. We're going to go in with Tame Frizz smoothing lotion and a Denman brush and give a really nice smooth finish before we do any detailing. This is my final shape after our cut. We definitely have a little bit of detailing and customizing that I want to go in and do. I'm going to utilize point cutting, some deep point cutting, and a little bit of channel cutting, especially through this side that's heaviest. We're just going to lighten that shape up a little bit more, create a little bit more interior movement. So I'm going to get to that, get her flat ironed, and we'll be right back. This is our finished cut. We've gone in and detailed after blow drying. And then after detailing, we went through with 2-in-1 and flat ironed. When I flat iron, I tend to only flat iron kind of a couple inches from the roots and down. I need to keep some natural body in the hair. If I flat iron right at the root, it really tends to flatten the shape out. So I am going to go in with pliable texture. Now this product builds upon itself instead of building upon the hair. So one of my favorite ways to use it is to get a quick layer, light layer, all the way through the hair, and then really work it onto my hands. Let my hands get just a bit tacky and then start to work it into the hair. You can always go with a little bit more. And I like to teach my clients to do this too. I feel like a lot of hairdressers are used to using products in their hands, especially sprays, and it's not something our clients tend to do. They don't use them as tools the way we do. So teaching your clients the way this product works, along with this texture, this way of using it to create this type of texture, I think is great. Okay, so this is our first style. Lots of volume, natural movement, and a little bit of length to the front. Our second style today is going to give us a little bit more texture and movement. I think this is something that's super, super client friendly, which I love about it. So I'm going to go in with small sections. They don't need to be even. We're really looking for something that's quite undone. Using a little bit of hot flex spray. And kind of alternate sections, and it doesn't have to be one section's this, the next section's the other. It can really kind of go with how you feel. I'm going to be doing a quick braid, and I'm going to leave some of the ends out. And we're just going to flat iron over that. So the hot flex spray is not only going to give us a little bit of hold, but some heat protection for this as well. The next section I'm going to go in, hot flex spray again. And we're going to give it a twist. And once again, we're going to flat iron over it. I'm going to do this through the entire length of the haircut. Whatever's long enough to go in and braid or twist, we'll go in and do. Like I said, alternating, it doesn't have to be perfect. A braid and then a twist and then a braid. It can be, just kind of go with the flow, with how you feel. I'm now going in and just releasing my braids and twists. I'm just releasing with my hands. The brush, I think, would be a little bit too much for this technique. Kind of fuzz it out. You can see that just kind of gives us a texture that's not very uniform. Very, very client friendly, easy for them to do at home. I am going to go in with a little bit of messing cream. I think this has just the right amount of texture for this look, really working it into my hands. I'm going to start to work with the hair, pull it into place, add some volume. Okay, this completes our second style. We have braids and twists that are used with hot flex spray, flat ironed in, and then pulled apart with our hands using a little bit of messing cream to pull apart and piece together our style. Thank you so much.